Welcome, Eve, to this quick interview. You can become is our topic, and let's dive in. Straightforward here. We dive into our very first question. Who are you?
Yes. Okay, great. So I'm Eve. That's the first thing. And I'm one of those women with a late ADHD diagnosis who's been suffering for years. I can even say decades, for like 20 years suffering from depression. And all of the therapy that I went to did not resolve the problem. And just about 8 years ago, I got my ADHD diagnosis. And starting then, I ADHD like hyper focused and read everything there is to read about ADHD and how it shows in women. And I was able to completely understand my life and why I was struggling so much. So now I am a happily diagnosed ADHD woman. And and in that matter, I support other women who went through the same um, unpleasant experiences with depression, overwhelm, feeling like they're not belonging, they're wrong, and to show them the beautiful insight and the superpowers of ADHD.
Love that. And I love the term happily diagnosed. I think there are not many people who are saying, I'm happily diagnosed.
Yeah.
But I
Yes.
absolutely get it. It's nice to have a name for what you're feeling the whole time that is quote unquote wrong. And now you can tell people it's because I'm suffering from or I have this and that. And now it's a
Yeah.
name and everyone believes you all of a sudden. Yes.
Yes, that's the thing. And I would even go so far that I'm not suffering from it. I might suffer from some of the challenges that we have with ADHD, of course. I mean, it's not only superpower, it can be very struggling. But then for the rest, I don't see it as a disease. I don't see it as a dysfunction. I see it as a differently functioning brain that is well equipped for fantastic things,
Yeah.
but not sitting in school all day.
I totally
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
So my next question is, what are you offering to entrepreneurs and creatives, of course, so they can become the best version of themselves?
Yeah. The best version of themselves for me means that you embrace and own your own ADHD because that is who you are. That is the root, that is the golden Buddha inside of you, that is who you are. And then there were a lot of unpleasant experiences that we made, and that kind of got us separated from our, inner essence. And what I love to do is really show, teach, and support other women, especially entrepreneurs. I mean, a lot of ADHD women are entrepreneurs because that is just who we are. We are full of ideas, creativity, and energy. So to understand how their ADHD mind works, the better you understand your ADHD mind, the less struggle there is because you know what you need. You need to, pay attention to your waving between hyperfocus and ADHD paralysis. You have to handle those. And the more you understand yourself, the more you come back to yourself, the better you can really live your Dharma. So I know being a yoga teacher yourself also is like we all have this inner calling. We have something that we're here for. And the better I know how I function, how I work, and how I can, really live the Dharma for my own good and for everybody else's good, that is how I support them. I want the women that I work for or work with, I'm sorry, to really love the ADHD and also say, gosh, yes, I'm happily diagnosed. I'm with or without our diagnosis, but I embrace it, I love it, and I use it to, the best, to be the best version of ourselves.
Yes, amazing. So please tell us a little bit more about you. What are you doing to become the best version of yourself?
Mhm. So what I really found out, what fantastically works for me, is really self-compassion, because we are so used to get negative responses towards our behavior, towards the way we act. We're impulsive, so we might say some things, without thinking first. So we're so used to get negative feedback from the people we are interacting with, that there's a lot of, hurt inside of us. So acknowledging that we're hurting and giving us really a lot of compassion and empathy for that. That is the first thing, because it takes out the stress. It's about accepting that, we are like this, and others have difficulties. So I love self-compassion. What I also love is taking really good care of myself. The first thing for ADHD women is sleep and food and water. Um, when we get in hyper focus, we forget to eat, we forget to drink, we forget to pee. That's not very good. Yeah. We might even forget to sleep because it's in the evening, but we're just in the zone. So I made it a ritual for me to really, like, 10 o'clock is my bedtime. Of course, sometimes it differs, but I'm aiming to be in bed by 10 o'clock, no matter what. And it works pretty well. And I feel my energy at the next day. It makes a huge difference. So besides self-compassion, the self-care is very important. And what I really love to do is, since I work with positive intelligence, it's mental fitness, it's really diving deeper into all my limiting beliefs. So who am I? So for example, one of my biggest saboteurs are avoider and restless. So, I know about it. And the more I know how I function, um, the better I can just go there and tend to those challenges that I have. And I want to do everything in ease and joy. So that is the thing. If I realize, and that is so important for us with ADHD, because our brains are interest-based and not importance-based. So especially when you're an entrepreneur, you need to do what you love. Then you're unstoppable. Then you will become successful in everything. But you need to make sure that you follow that. And once you feel that something is not enjoyable, I mean, of course, there are things, not everything is fun, but you find out if that's, something temporary, or if it's just something that you just don't like doing. Outsource it. I started outsourcing, and that was a game changer for me in my business. Not doing the things I really don't like, and concentrating on the things I love. And when I realize I feel kind of a tension, or for days I don't feel like doing anything, I have to stop and say, okay, what is it? What do I not like about it? And how can I make it more fun again? And that is the thing, because the more fun we have, the more joy, bliss, inner peace, and happiness. That should be our guidelines for being an entrepreneur. And if I work with that, then I can be the best version of myself. And then I can be the person who I am. And then I can be successful.
I totally agree on that. And you already mentioned to stay focused, and that's actually my next question. What
Mhm.
is your number one tip to stay focused and to pursue your own goals?
Yeah. Again, really take your time and find out more about your values, your passions, your talents, to really find out what you're here for. If you're following some other goals in life, some other shiny objects that are not yours, you will not be focused. You will not be able to pursue your happiness or anything in your life. It's so important. As I said before, our brain just works differently. We cannot fake motivation. We cannot fake interest. So we don't have any problems concentrating or staying focused, from what everybody else says about ADHD. We just need to find the right thing. And then we'll just, as I said before, we are unstoppable, because then the beautiful talent of hyper focus is that we can just really dive into and learn everything there is to learn about it, and we embrace it and we just love it, and then we become really, really experts, and then everything gets more light and it's just fun to do our jobs.
I absolutely resonate with that. I need to say, I don't know if I have ADHD, or I guess I don't know, but I resonate with it because my face has subtitles. And
Yeah,
I'm a good actress, but I'm a super bad liar. So
yeah,
I can't really fake a thing. If I don't like it, I don't like it. And you can see it in my
yeah,
face. So why
yeah.
would I do that?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And that is one thing ADHD women are used to do a lot, masking, pretending, in everything, in interests, in behavior. And that is just super killer. No wonder so many women with ADHD are depressed or, because we're just living not our lives. So, that's it. Come back to your life, come back to what you're interested in, what you love doing, come back to your Dharma or find your Dharma, and then focus is not a problem.
You have an amazing offer to people, or especially women, who want to get back to their own life and to pursue their own goals and to become the best version of themselves. So how can we connect with you?
Yeah. You can find me on LinkedIn under my name. You can find me on Instagram. And yeah, I think that's the best ways to connect with me. And as a good ADHD woman, I'm a lot on social media. It's always interesting to see what everybody is doing. So that would be the best way to connect with me. And I'm really looking forward to hearing from you.
Yes, and I know that you've got prepared something for us. Of course, all the information will be in the description box, but would you like to tell us one sentence what you've got prepared for us?
I have prepared something fantastic for you. It's going to be a way for you to start loving and embracing your own ADHD, just to get a better understanding how fantastic it is once you know about it. And then, therefore, once you work with what I have prepared for you, you will start living a much more joyful and happier life.
All right, so start your way into your happier living. And I will put, of course, all the links into the description box so everyone can find you with one click. Thank you very much, Eve. And for all the summit participants, we have an amazing workshop prepared. So click on the next link and we meet each other there.